In this video, I'll be talking about all the signs Salazar was a traitor, from him talking just like Menendez to him conveniently being gone in certain situations, and even honorable mentions at the end where I think if you know he's a traitor already or played the whole campaign, him saying these things could come off definitely as eerie or could be a suggestion towards something else going on. Let's get into it. First thing I'm gonna touch on is just how Salazar talks. I understand him and Menendez are from the same region, so there might be similarities in how they speak. So let me dive a little deeper into it and talk about the tone or how they sound when they speak or get their message across. Menendez almost speaks religiously, and what I mean by that is he talks about revolutions, freedom, and a new coming. You know, a lot of things like a religious cult or Cortes Die would be talking about. I say that because he sounds very calculated and calm when he speaks, almost in a lower tone and like he's one step ahead. And guess what? This very well fits someone who's in a cult or could be in a cult.
This video is triggered to play upon my assassination. Cortes Die, you know how to proceed. My death will shine light upon ubiquitous darkness.
Now I'm gonna play a clip of Salazar talking just so you can hear the similar tones.
Junio 19. Freedom Day. The abolition of slavery.
And in this next clip, I'm aware this is after he gets caught, so this isn't really a hint, but it's still the exact same way he was just talking in the clip beforehand. The same tone, demeanor, and everything.
Today is a difficult day, section. But tomorrow, we all win.
And now that I've played a clip before he betrayed us and after he betrayed us, you can hear he sounds exactly the same before and after. Think of it like this, a lot of people will copy the same way other people talk, who they idolize, look up to, or even if they're friends with that person, especially because we know Salazar idolized Menendez in a way. And just to back that up, look at the way Salazar talks about Menendez when he tells David his origin story. There's no way as a kid Salazar did not idolize Menendez, especially because growing up Salazar was at the heart of Menendez's influence and power in Nicaragua.
Salazar, you grew up in Nicaragua during his rise to power. You know his legends better than anyone. Tell me, why does he hate us so much?
Tu primera guerra fría. As a boy, he witnessed the country's rape and murder of his people. In 1972, there was a colossal earthquake. His family lost everything. A year later, the only thing he ever loved, his sister Josefina, was crippled in a fire. Raúl and his father started over, sold drugs for easy money. They became rich, powerful legends of Managua. The Menendez cartel was all but untouchable, so the CIA took out Raúl's father in a US-sanctioned assassination.
Right, so now Menendez fucking hated America and started running guns in Afghanistan for his own private army.
Now let's touch on a couple of times he just happens to disappear, because it happens twice and both times are extremely questionable. The first time is in the mission Fallen Angel, where he shows up with Harper and David at the beginning of the mission. Then in the second half, David and Harper infiltrate Anthem, where it's revealed it's a trap set by Menendez, and somehow Menendez knew about the operation by the SEALs. Which means Menendez had to have had it inside Guy, and since we already know Salazar is a traitor, this literally has to be him. And I'm guessing Salazar was giving Menendez real-time updates so the trap could be set perfectly. That's why Menendez knew David and Harper were right under him for some reason, because there's no way he could have known that.
They should be right above us.
Okay, let's try this again.
Of course. Not only am I aware of the infiltration, I engineered it.
God damn! He's onto a section!
This one kinda might be nitpicky, but just hear me out. In the mission Colossus, David, Harper, and Salazar find Chloe's location, then David and Salazar have to split up. And I think during this time it's not too much of a reach to say Salazar most likely gave DeFalco or Menendez's second-in-command Chloe's location.
Menendez. Briggs is rebooting their systems now, trying to regain control of their automatic defenses.
Y Salazar?
In position by Briggs' side.
Look at it like this, we already know DeFalco and Salazar were in contact with each other, and during that time, Salazar and David split up. He easily had enough time to get a message to DeFalco, and even when he has a clean shot on DeFalco at Club Solar, he doesn't shoot because of quote-unquote hostages? Yeah, okay buddy, you're not fooling me. For the last thing I'm gonna be talking about is once we already know he's a traitor, a couple of things he says could be looked at as foreshadowing in a way.
So this is how the 1% live.
Hey, what do you figure it costs to spend a weekend here?
More than you make in a year.
No shit.
No wonder Menendez rallies so much support.
We know Salazar comes from the same background like Menendez, and based on those comments in those clips, he definitely makes it known to David and Harper that he understands Menendez's supporters. So Salazar saying that could be looked at as him saying, no wonder I'm rallying with Menendez because Salazar relates more with the lower class and that's Menendez's main demographic. So that's why I think a couple of those comments could be looked at as foreshadowing, and I really think these are all the hints, his tone, demeanor, or how he talks to Salazar not being around a couple of times that definitely makes you question a couple of things, especially because we already know Salazar is a spy and he's in contact with Menendez, so there's that. Thank you so much for watching.